I bet you've never heard this retirement strategy ever, other than your old buddy Josh. Why? Because even though I haven't showered today, even though I haven't shaved, I did brush my pearly yellows. I think about this stuff all the time, all the time. It's weird, dude. I get it. It's weird. I'm always thinking about this financial planning stuff. I'm always reading. I'm always thinking, I'm always plotting my takeover of the free world. Plotting. Isn't that right, Finnegan? Yes, sir. You know, nothing over there, buddy. Anyway, my hair's a mess. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I should look more pretty. Anyway, so when I was at USA, me and this guy named Mark, USA's an insurance company. It's just FYI. So we work for an insurance company. Inherently, we like insurance products. But anyway, so me and this guy Mark would strategize on how to incorporate income annuities into people's retirement plans. Now, before you get off this video and say, I don't want to hear annuities. I like Ken Fisher. We're not talking variable annuities. We're not talking index annuities. We're talking income annuities. And we know for a fact people like income annuities. How do we know this for a fact? Do you like pensions? Yes. Do you like annuities? No. What is a pension? It's an annuity, man. It's just that simple. It's literally just that simple. Crazy. Anyway, so the drawback, of course, is people have this negative connotation of annuities, and they put their heads down in the sand and say, I don't want to hear it. Anyway, so we used to come up with these plans, which are fantastic. We say, look, you have more stability in your retirement income and your survivability of retirement income if you incorporate an income annuity. Not all the time, many factors figured in there, but a lot of times it works. And in fact, I was reading this right here from BlackRock. How dare I read from BlackRock? But they still got some good studies here. When nest eggs need a safety net, and they interviewed people, they said, yeah, people with pensions are very much more comfortable and relaxed than people without, because of pensions, i.e. annuity, gives them a minimum baseline of income that they can't outlive. That's just a fact. All right, so I started thinking here. So I was doing this, and I'll do another video on this later, just what I mess around with in Right Capital, how an income annuity can really enhance your retirement plan. So I went over to USA and check this out. I said, so let me show you what I'm talking about here. And so what I'm doing is I'm using me, and I forgot how old I am. And you always want a 20-year life, so we want life for the 20-year period certain. Let me just explain what that means. Let me just show you on this. Life with 20-year period certain. I'm sorry about my hair, but that means you're going to get paid year 1, year 20. Somebody's getting paid. Either you, in this case, it's two annuitants, my wife and me. If I die here and my wife dies there, someone's still getting paid for the rest. That'd be my estate. In that case, my kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a life and 20-year period certain means. It's going to pay me or my wife for as long as I live, as long as one of us are alive, or 20 years, whichever is greater. Man, that really looks bad, doesn't it? I got to tell him, my goodness. Yeah, I should take, whatever, dude. It's too late now. I'm not going to look pretty for this video. The ladies aren't going to like me anymore. They're going to say, Josh, we like you, but your hair is... At least I got hair. At least I got it. Thanks, Grampy. Anyway, so this is what this means. So lifetime and 20-year period certain. It'll pay you for as long as you live, or 20 years, whichever is longer. All right, so we always want to do that when it comes to annuity. When I say always, obviously there's some scenarios we don't want to. So what I'm looking at here is I went to USA and I said, I'm going to take, of my $1 million that I'm using here, I'm going to put $400,000 into an income annuity. And I want to see what it's paying. I'm going to do 20 years life and 20 years period certain. All right, so we're going to cover it for my wife and me, for me and Charlotte. And we're going to assume that I was born in 1964, and I think that'd make me, 60 years old today. And we're going to assume that she was born in, hold on a second, I want to show you this, because this is where it gets interesting. 1966. That'd make her 58 years old today. All right, so check this out. All right, so we're going to get $2,000 a month of guaranteed money for the rest, as long as one of us are alive. I hope that makes sense. So if I die, all right, let's just go back. We got 20-year life and 20-year period certain. All right, so if I die, we got year 1. We know it's going to pay you 20 years, guaranteed. All right, so I am saying I'm 60 years old. My wife is 58 years old. All right, I'm going to have her a life expectancy of 88, so she'll live 30 years. And my life expectancy is 85, so I'll live 25 years. All right. So this would assume that this will pay us, not for 20 years, but we'll get $2,000 a month for 360 payments. That's what that assumes that we get, because we're going to assume she lives until she's 88 years old, which seems a pretty safe assumption. You know, we don't drink, we don't smoke, we exercise, whatnot. I might drive my wife crazy, but still. So we know that this 20 years period certain probably won't come into fruition because we're both going to survive that. But if we got killed in a car crash, you know, if freaking Sniffy Joe came and mandated that we put various things in our body because he says, Scanlon, I don't like you guys, who knows what might happen, you know what I'm saying? But either way, we know that we're going to probably survive 20 years. But I still like that in case we die here or whatever. But if I die here, Charlotte's still getting the $2,000 a month as long as she's alive. That's how that works, all right? So she's getting $2,000 a month. We're going to assume it's for 30 years. So what we do is we take our trusty calculator and we say we're going to get 360 payments of $2,000 a month. All right, so what we do is we go $2,000 a month as our payment, no future value. We're putting $400,000 in there as our present value. 360 payments, we're going to calculate our interest rate. So that would give us a 4.38%, what's called IRR, internal rate of return. 4.38% IRR, internal rate of return, assuming she lives for 30 years, all right? Pretty interesting. Now, if she lives for 40 years, that'd be 320 payments, that'd be 440 payments, so then we go 440 payments, and her IRR would be probably 5.05%. So the longer she lives, the more money will come to her. All right. Now, interesting thing, if you take $2,000, 2,000 times 12 equals 24,000. You divide that by the 400,000 we're putting into the annuity, and that gives us a payout ratio. I think it was right at 6%, actually. Let me just 24 divided by 400. A payout ratio of 6%. All right, so that's 6%. Now, this obviously is not interest rate. This is interest rate plus return of premium, return of principal. But that's a good payout ratio given the fact she's only 58 years old. That's why income annuities right now are freaking where it's at, dude. Because the interest rates are so high. Look at that, 58 years old, and you're getting a 6% guaranteed payout rate. And if she lives 30 years, that's 4.38% IRR, internal rate of return. That's a real value she gets, her real interest rate. If she lives 40 years, and 40 years is pretty not likely, but still, a 5.05, whew, that's pretty good. But it's going to get even better. So check, man, my hair is just really looking weird, dude. Oh my goodness. Why are you so vain? I can't help it. I like the pretty ladies, and I'm a pretty guy. And I like to be pretty for the pretty ladies, okay? Shh, sue me. All right, but check this out. This is where it gets interesting. Watch what happens when I change the dates. We're going to make adjustments. We're going to say she is born in 1996. So she was born so I'm marrying a significantly younger woman than me. You know, we're going to say she's born in 1996. And I was shocked by this. Watch. This is nuts. It still pays $17.70. I could not believe that. And this is USA, very conservative. It still pays $17.70 a month. We times that by 12. All right. So I don't know what 1770 times 12 is. 1770 times 12. That's $21,240. That's $21,240. Divide that by 400K. And our initial payout ratio, divided by 400K, is 5.3%. For someone born in 1996, so someone born in 1996, 2024 minus 1996 is 28 years old. 28. And she's still getting a 5.3% payout rate? Dude, I mean, again, we're doing lifetime and 20-year period certain, so 20, there's no way, most likely, she's going to die in year freaking 20 because she'll only be 48 years old. What did I say? She'll only be 48 years old. So what's her life expectancy at 28 years old? We'll say her life expectancy is 50 years. That's probably on the short end. All right, so now what we do is we say 50, that's 600 payments. That's 600 payments at $17.70 a month. Watch what happens for her IRR. This is crazy. Now, I haven't run this number specifically yet, but pretty close. $17.70 is her payment. And we got 600 payments, right? Yeah, because 50 years, yeah, 600 payments. 1770 is her payment. It's 600 payments. Yeah. Oops. 600 payments. There we go. At what's going on? Oh yeah, I gotta do 1770. There we go. It's still 4.83. Not great. 4.83 is her IRR, but it's only $130. It's only $230 a month less than what I was paying. That when we're older, if that makes sense. The IRR here isn't the issue. The issue is the initial payout ratio. 5.3% for a lady who's 28 years old. I mean, this is guaranteed. That's an IRR of 4.83% over 50 years' time. Guaranteed. You can say all day long, well, it doesn't adjust for all that stuff. We're still getting the only thing that's not guaranteed is that she might not live till she's 78 years old. I have a sneaky suspicion she would. What if she lives till she's 88? Then we got 720 payments. Then her IRR is back up to over 5. We're 5.05 if she lives for 60 years. That should be 88 years old. That seems kind of reasonable to me. If someone said, I'll guarantee you 5% for 50 years, that doesn't mean you don't have money in the equity market. That's where I'm going to go back to doing this. We're still going to have money in the equity market right here. So I'm running these numbers here. I'm like, but we have a baseline of $22,000 a year locked in to an annuity for a younger wife that can never go away. That seems pretty interesting to me, for sure. I mean, and this is USA, quite conservative. I don't know what it's like at immediateannuities.com. I bet you can get even a higher rate because USA is one of the highest rated insurance companies out there. I'm telling you, man, there's something. If I got a wife that's significantly younger than me, and I want to protect her income, and I know it'd make her sleep better at night because I know women are less aggressive in their portfolio. It's just a fact. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's right. It's just a fact. I'm like, maybe I need to look at these income annuities. Right now, look at this. 5.3% distribution rate for someone who's 28 years old. I mean, she's going to survive me here. For sure. You know what I'm saying? She's going to survive me. I'm telling you, man, something to think about. Am I saying do it? No, I'm just saying think about it. And we'll do some more on income annuities here after Knuckles stop barking. Because I got some other things I want to mess around with. Because right now, man, when the interest rates are high, mortality tables are collapsing a little bit. Whoo, Nelly, income annuities look pretty good to me. All right. God bless. Love your thoughts. We'll see you.